All the way back in late of 2017, where Fortnite began to blow up in popularity, to right now in Chapter 3 Season 2 of Fortnite, the Battle Pass and the 200 skins have been a staple in Fortnite, with some people playing not even for the gameplay but to get that 200 skin that once the season ends can never be obtained again. So, I'll be ranking all of Fortnite's 200 skins from worst to best. How I'll be making this list is based on a criteria regarding how the skin looks visually, which will have the most weight and how rare/desired it is. And with that, coming in as our worst 200 skin ever, we at number 19 we have the Spire Assassin. I'd say it fit the theme of Chapter 2 Season 6's Primal very well. It was an NPC on the map that was guarding towers. It's kind of a boring idea, but it did fit the storyline of Fortnite at the time very well. It didn't have many styles except for the max ones where it could have like a silver shade or a gold on it. It did have a built-in emote, but it was nothing special and didn't add much to the skin. Next up is the second worst 200 skin. We have Season 9's Vendetta. Season 9 of Fortnite was going for kind of a futuristic type of theme where they turned tilted towers into neo-tilted and then had the power fast travels. And it did fit the theme of the season, and I really liked the progression of the skin was very good, starting with the man and then going all the way up to where he's armored and he's kind of beefed up. It had lots of good color styles as well, going from all the way green and purple to blue and green to whatever kind of you want. Really, he looked kind of like a henchman though, not really like a main type of villain. He kind of just looks like a beta 200 skin. I do like how it's original though and not a collaboration type of skin. Definitely not a terrible skin, but also not great when it comes to the hierarchy of 200s and the expectations that are set for them. Coming in at our number 17 spot, we have Marvel's collaboration 200 skin Carnage. Coming out around the same time as the new movie, I think Fortnite had a good idea of collaborating to have Carnage be the 200, but in practice it really wasn't that good looking. It looks kind of gross, but at the same time it's somewhat cool. His pickaxe goes well with him. I really just got tired of collaboration 200 skins and secret skins, so having Carnage come out again as the final Chapter 2 one was kind of disappointing for me personally. They could have done a lot more with where Fortnite's storyline was and what was going on with the huge end event, so I think having Carnage was kind of a letdown. Not only that, but besides his base version, he only had one other unlockable style that was his maximum style. Coincidentally, as our next 200 skin at number 16, we have the new Chapter 3 Season 2 Doctor Strange skin. And the new Doctor Strange 2 movie is coming out, so I think that's why Fortnite did this collaboration. But for me personally, I'm very sick of collaborating 200 skins, especially another one from Marvel. This is now our third, and it honestly keeps going downhill, it feels like. I have absolutely no desire to actually grind to get the skin. I don't think I would ever use it. With the theme of the season and what's going on regarding the storyline, they could have done a lot more than another collaborating Marvel skin that really doesn't have much to do with the season. Again, it also suffers from not having many edit styles either. But moving on to our next spot at number 15, we have Season 8's Lux. The first female 200 skin to ever come out, which was really cool, but I think everyone agrees shouldn't have been the 200 skin. It didn't fit the theme of the season at all, which was kind of like a treasury type of feel. Either one of the tier 1 skins in the Season 8 Battle Pass I would have liked to have as the 200 over Lux. That doesn't mean Lux is a bad skin though, it just means it was put at the wrong tier in the Battle Pass. Her last edit style with the black and gold is the one that everyone uses by far, which is pretty decent. Here's where I'd say we go from the bad skins, and when I say that I don't mean that the 200 skins above are actually bad, they're just bad for being the 200 skin, to the actual decent 200 skins. Kicking it off at number 14, we have Season 7's Ice King. Ice King was perfect for the actual theme, which was a very snowy and cold, wintry kind of vibe. The map was covered in snow, and there was a live event surrounding the skin, so he was actually tied into the storyline very nicely. He does look very big on your screen, but for me personally, I couldn't care less. I don't care about big skins. I'm playing to play, nothing's gonna screw up my game. Besides, all the hitboxes are the same anyway. I'm just playing to have fun. I'm not competing in any world championships, so he does have a couple edit styles, with the second one, the black and red, being my favorite, and then the top one being gold, which is pretty nice too. A very cool skin when it came out, but since it's kind of died down a little. I don't see many people running it today. Right after the Ice King, at number 13, we have Dire, which is a skin I like a lot because of its progression. It starts with a normal default Jonesy looking kind of skin, and it slowly evolves all the way into a werewolf that's fully fleshed out and has clothes on, looks scary. It also fit the theme of season 6 very well, which was dark and murky, kind of haunted and scary. It also had zombies on the map at the time, which was really cool and fitting. The skin's color and edit styles are really good. Being able to change the fur on the skin from all the way to white to black, and then being able to change the colors as well. And it also came with arguably a top 5 back bling. Moving on to our next spot, at number 12, we have Chapter 2, Season 7's Rick Sanchez. Besides his max styles, he only has one style, which is his Toxic Rick style, which is really cool, but it's just really him covered in green, looking kind of gooey, which is unique, but not that great. He's obviously from the show Rick and Morty, which is a collaboration, which is not the best, but it is a very cool skin. He fit the theme of the season perfectly, which was kind of like an alien invasion, and if you've seen the Rick and Morty show, you would know that he's all over kind of the aliens type of setting. Just about anything goes in that show, and he's a great character in it. I like his character a lot, but I don't know why they made him purple. He's the only 200 skin to date that's an epic. Now going all the way back to Chapter 1, Season 3's 200 skin, the Reaper, also known as John Wick from the movies, is simply just a dude in a suit. This skin got a little less valuable, I'd say, when the actual John Wick skin came out in 2018, when there weren't actual official collaborations going on yet, so this was kind of an unofficial one. But it's a slim build male skin that was just a black tuxedo. It's also really OG. It's got the meme with it that where if you shoot him once, he builds an entire huge fortress in defense. Moving on now to Chapter 2, Season 4's season, the Avengers season, or Marvel's season. We have the 200 skin Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. He had pretty cool max styles, which you could change the colors on, and a built-in emote where you could go from Tony Stark. Mid-game, hit the emote and you turn into the Iron Man, which is pretty cool. He does have his own unique running sound also. I think having just about every Battle Pass skin in this season being Marvel may have taken a little bit off of Iron Man, because there are already so many other superhero skins that were really cool, but this is certainly a good skin and really cool. Moving on now, we have the Viking King Ragnarok, which was an amazing skin when it came out, with lots of unlockable and progressive styles with it. It was just a normal looking Viking dude, slowly progressed into this huge Viking with tons of armor on him, and this mask with light blue horns coming out and bones on him, which looked very intimidating and cool to wear in game. I personally think this is a lot better than the Tier 1 Drift skin that came out, and I think the light blue color with it is also very complimenting. I also think the skin with the actual season and its theme was quite perfect and very fitting. And I remember on the day one when the Season 5 Battle Pass came out, everyone was very hyped for this skin because at the time it was really cool, and I think it has stood the test of time. Moving down now to number 8, we have the Eternal Night. It had absolutely nothing to do with the Chapter 2 Season 3's theme, which is more like a water and aqua, but this is a night skin obviously, which is kind of dark, but I don't care honestly. It's just a really cool skin with good styles. It's like an improved Red Knight. There's different colors and different styles that allows you to have different options and variety with it, but just about every single one looks pretty solid. Next up at our number 7 spot, we have Menace, which wasn't actually the level 100 skin, but it came in at level 86, but it had progressive styles up to level 96. The level 100 was the Mandalorian, which was also the Tier 1 skin, but at level 100 it was just his armor, which was pretty lame. Menace fit the Chapter 2 Season 5 theme perfectly with the Gladiator and Coliseum type of theme, which I thought was very cool, and I actually wanted a Gladiator themed skin for a while, and for it to be the 200 and this cool was really awesome. Its gold and purple colors are really fitting, and its styles are really cool, where it goes from a base warrior or gladiator all the way up to having fully golden armor, purple flames coming out of his mask. And it also has a unique sound when he's running. I'd also say the purple flames coming out of his armor probably makes this skin 5 times better. Now moving on to our number 6 spot, we have Spider-Man, a skin that was long awaited for and really expected. Probably the most requested tier 100 skin we've seen that's a collaboration. And though it's a collaboration, I actually am not disappointed at all. I think they did a really good job with this one. It has some really cool styles, especially its all black symbiote one. I think they decided to collaborate with this one because the movie had just come out and it was kind of the perfect time. I also see probably at least 1 or 2 of these in every single game I'm playing now. It's probably the most popular tier 100 in the game, I'd say. And that makes sense. I could see why. It's a really good skin. And it's slim, which people typically like more than bulky, but I personally don't care. Next up at number 5, we have another very popular tier 100 skin, Midas. This is probably the most intertwined skin with the Fortnite storyline we've ever had, which made, I think, a lot of fans very into it, and hence why it's extremely popular now. It's a slim build and has a couple styles, Ghost or Shadow, where he's either wearing a black suit or white one, where you only got to choose one or the other, and then if you got to level 140, then you'd get him all gold, or his base level 100 style, which also looks very good. He came out during Chapter 2 Season 2, which was a spy theme, and it brought a lot of different and new ideas to the Fortnite island, and a lot of people really liked the season, which is why I also think a lot of people really like the skin. A lot of people played during Chapter 2 Season 2 because of quarantine going on. It's still a skin I see being run a lot today, and I think that makes sense because I personally also really like it. It's not overly complicated and there's really not much going on. It's a very simple idea, but that's all it needs to be a great skin. Coming into our top 4, I think the most underrated tier 100 skin is Fusion. It's the first tier 100 skin to come out with the entirely new map with Chapter 2. I think a lot of people forget about this skin just because it was a pretty terrible battle pass and there really wasn't much being added to the game at that point. It's where a lot of people quit, but I think if you're able to grind and get past it, you're really lucky to get this skin. First style is definitely my favorite, where it has that actual blue and purplish glow on it, and the rest are okay, but there's only a couple. And I also really like the reference to the gold and white or the black and blue dress, where there's a lot of people debating it. It's a slim male skin that's kind of reminds me of a ninja. It also comes with a nice back bling. I think if more people played during that season and could actually stick with it despite not much coming out into the game, it'd be a lot more popular and a lot more people would want it. It's a really good skin that tragically doesn't get the appreciation it deserves. Coming down now into the top 3, we have Season X's Ultima Knight. Not the most original tier 100 skin, but it does look visually awesome. It's got 2 main styles, either the Origin or the Ultima, and they're 2 very different. One has a lot more armor and looks a lot more beefed up and big, while the other one's obviously a lot more slimmer. And then there's also 3 color styles, silver, gold, or red and black. They did a really good job with this skin, and I think it was in the perfect battle pass. The Season X battle pass had a lot more skins that were a little bit different, but were also very similar and based off the ideas from previous skins and earlier battle passes. And I think having the Ultima Knight as the tier 100 was a perfect idea. I see a few people running it today, but I think there probably should be a lot more. I just think a lot of people quit during Season X because the mechs were really annoying, and at that point in the game there was a lot of stuff changing and nobody could keep up. Overall though, a really solid skin. Coming down now into our top 2. At number 2 we have Omega. It's the first skin besides Carbide, the tier 1, to have progressive styles. It first started in a slim suit where it was basically just a superhero kind of similar to the Black Panther, and then it progressed into him getting tons of armor and then different colored lights if you got to that level. Omega's top 2 styles, having the full armor plates and the mask, and the full armor plates with the mask and the lights, are 2 amazing styles. But if you don't want to run those, you can also run a base one. A lot of people run either one of them. Both are amazing, and unfortunately I didn't get the lights, but if you're able to and lucky enough, that's quite sought after. Basically Fortnite's own version and original superhero. Season 4 was like the superhero theme before collaborations were a thing. So in Chapter 2 Season 4 we got a Marvel superhero theme, but in Season 4 of Chapter 1 we got Fortnite's own created superheroes, which wasn't that cool when it originally came out. I remember day 1 I was actually pretty disappointed when the battle pass came out, but today it's really cool, and I wish Fortnite would actually do stuff like that again. Now they just make collaborations, and skins like Omega aren't coming out right now. It was a top tier skin that came out then, and it's still top tier today. It looks intimidating, but it's also really cool, and a lot of people want it. But coming in at our very best tier 100 skin we've ever had is the OG. It's the Black Black Knight, the best skin in Fortnite, probably one of the most wanted. It's extremely rare. Came out as the max tier skin in the Season 2 Battle Pass of Chapter 1. It wasn't actually the tier 100, but it was the max tier 70 is what it was at the time. It looks visually very cool with it black and red. It looks very intimidating. The armor on it looks very nice. It's just got a lot of good detail. It reminds me of Fortnite itself. I feel like this skin is almost Fortnite's icon. I miss playing in Season 2 of Chapter 1, where it's just nobody really knew how to build. Everyone was really bad. It was just having a fun, casual time. And I also really liked the theme of the season, where it's kind of medieval and there are a lot of knights, and this fit that theme almost very perfectly. And with that, that's gonna wrap up the video. Here's my tier list in case you're wondering. Also, did anyone notice that the top 9, only one collaboration skin is in?